Beneath one of the busiest rivers in the world, something is hidden. A tiled tunnel over 100 years old that millions of people walk through without ever knowing the secrets, buried in its wall. So what is really hidden beneath the Greenwich Foot Tunnel? Let's go down and find out. This is the story of a crossing built for a world that no longer exists by a man that history almost erased. It begins not with engineers, but with a boy. In the 1860s, a child named Will Crooks grew up inside a Poplar workhouse, one of the grimmest places in all of Victorian London, where the poor were sent to be forgotten. But Will Crooks refused to stay forgotten. He grew up to become a dock worker, and then something almost unheard of for a poor man in those days, a politician with real power. And he had one mission: thousands of workers living south of the River Thames had to cross the water every single day to reach the docks where they earned their living. Their only option was a ferry, expensive, slow, and at the mercy of London's deadly fog. On the worst mornings, the ferry simply did not run, and for a docker, a missed shift meant no pay and no food on the table. Crooks decided his people deserved a crossing that no weather could ever stop, a crossing that ran beneath the river itself. In 1899, the digging began. There were no powerful machines like today. Men climbed down into the earth beside the Thames and dug by hand through waterlogged gravel, with the crushing weight of an entire river pressing down above their heads. One serious crack, and the Thames would come pouring in to drown them all. Inch by inch, they carved out a tunnel 370 meters long, 50 feet beneath the riverbed. Then they lined the walls with 200,000 white glazed tiles to keep it bright and clean for the workers who would walk through it. In 1902, it finally opened. For the first time, a dock worker could cross beneath the Thames, dry, safe, and free, no matter how thick the fog was above. For decades, it was a river of people, thousands of boots echoing through the tiles every single morning, heading toward the greatest docks in the world. Then came the night that almost destroyed it. September 7th, 1940, the first night of the Blitz. German bombers filled the London sky, and the docks beside the tunnel were a prime target. A bomb struck the riverbed directly above the northern end of the tunnel. Deep below the water, the blast tore through the tiles and cracked the iron lining. The Thames began forcing its way in. The tunnel that had taken 3 years to build was, in a single night, on the edge of being lost forever. But it held. Engineers raced to seal the wound with rings of steel and concrete. And to this day, if you walk through the tunnel, you can find the exact spot. The passage suddenly narrows, and the clean Victorian tiles give way to grim wartime steel. A permanent scar from the night London burned. And here is the part that is truly hidden. The entire world this tunnel was built for is gone. The great docks closed decades ago. The dock workers who once filled it every morning have vanished. Will Crooks, the workhouse boy who fought to build it, is long dead and largely forgotten. But the tunnel he gave them is still here. It still runs beneath the Thames, open 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Over 1 million people still pass through it every year, almost none of them knowing the man who fought for it, or the night a single bomb nearly drowned. And some say it is not empty at all. Walkers alone in the tunnel at night report the feeling of being watched, sudden patches of icy cold air, and even a Victorian couple in old-fashioned clothing walking hand in hand before vanishing into the tile. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, one thing is certain: this tunnel has outlived the dock, the dockers, and the man who built it. It is a doorway into a world that no longer exists, and we walk straight through it every single day without ever looking back. If forgotten places like this give you chills, you know where to find more stories history tried to bury. Subscribe for more dark history.